Good day. We are finishing this. Let me just get the thingy open. So this will be the fourth ending. Okay. We need to be mean. Kind of really warm in my room, actually. No good people. Of course not. Oh. That's new. But I don't care to read it, if I'm perfectly honest. It's not that much of a difference. Didn't I tell you to leave? Then we have like quite a long section until we get to the next part. Oh, there we go. She was nothing but selfish. You fought so hard. You never used to fight with me, but now she killed herself. Your sacrifice lost in her selfish ways. I knew she would just cause you pain. I'm glad you're back to me. Look at how unperturbed he is. You know what we're going for this time? We're actually going for justice, finally. Start with his guilt child, then deliver punishment fitting for one so vile. He cannot get away with this. Oh, we got justice. I know you can't see the achievements, but we got justice fighter. Okay. I knew it. Just go on in and ignore him, child. Why are you so nervous anyway? Just ignore him. He doesn't seem to notice you. And skip. Alright, scold her. Instead of staring into space, why not do something useful? Find out about the Marquis. Please, Mother. Not right now. How dare you talk back to me? Well, aren't you an ungrateful little bitch? How dare you talk back to me like that? I'm sorry, Mother. I'm just upset. Even in her death, this Catherine still manages to offend me. Good riddance. Oh, we got the achievement insensitive. My bad. We open it. Oh, his due punishment will be swift, my dear daughter. Do it for Mother. Does his presence upset you? Of course, why focus on Catherine's performance when Guillemy's just over there? Well, go on then, why don't you approach him? Ask him about his travels, his work. Tell him all about the books you've read, and then listen to him talk about Catherine as if the girl's shit's gold. As usual. Catherine's 24k. That's an achievement I just got. These achievements are getting a bit silly, aren't they? That would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay. Back to skipping. It's obvious she will abandon you. Friendships do not last. Listen to Mother. Friendships do not last. You always love so much. You give all of yourself. I just don't want you to get hurt. They are not worth the love you give them. My dear, every relationship is centered around need. They need you now, but soon they will abandon you too. Okay. Right, and then the gay happens. She is selfish, just like everyone else. What did you expect? She's selfish, just like everybody else. She used you as an experiment, and now that her curiosity is sated, she's done with you. You don't matter to her. You probably never did. Which is a good thing, darling. You see her true face. No matter. Oh, you will do the right thing. Deliver the punishment they deserve. Punish him. That was new. Punishment. Alright. I guess usually it's like retribution or whatever, right? You fancy him, don't you? Or maybe... The voice pewtered out into an abrupt, chilly silence. Rosa waited, sweat dripping down her brow. I knew it. You fancy him, don't you? You filthy whore. It's not like that, Mother. Past and present, rinse and repeat. Always, always a selfish little girl. Rosa was horrified. No, no, I'm not selfish. A selfish little girl that loves a murderer more than her own mother. With this final proclamation, Rosa was struck to the floor. I want to see justice served. You'll do that for me, won't you, Rosa? Execute his sentence. A lot of this, well, not a lot, but some of this is new. You know what we take this time? We take the dagger first. It might come in handy. Rosa closed her fingers around the dagger's hilt. A sudden feeling of repulsion came over her. She didn't want to hold the dagger any more than she wanted to hold a bloody human tooth. Yet, as Mother said, there might be use for it later. She extracted the dagger carefully from the drawer, keeping her eyes bouncing between her prize and the sleeping man. Finally, the dagger was in her hand. There was power in it, she could tell. The sleek blade glinted with a sinister wink. Rosa placed it in her pocket. Oh, bull by the horns. That's an achievement we just got. Why don't you use that dagger to pry the drawer open? Rosa looked at the sharp dagger in her hand. The idea appealed to her more than returning to the bedside drawer to try the key she didn't take. She shivered. The thought of approaching the bed again made her stomach wind into a tight knot. She might have to try this first. Rosa positioned the knife to pry open the lip of the drawer. The wood wasn't terribly thick. With a little more prying, she felt the wood give under her force. Soon she heard a snap. Alright. Oh. Oh. This is creepy. Another movement stirred the darkness. Were those footsteps? Rosa froze. She heard a sigh, a chuckle, a soft, amused whisper. Oh. Ooh, the creature. I spy, with my little eye. Her brain fired several commands all at once. Run, duck, hide. But her body was paralyzed by fear. Warm breath tickled her nape. She felt a hand reached out for her neck. Rosa turned. There was no one there. Oh, creepy. She scrambled from the floor, journal in hand, her eyes focused on the rim of light bordering the door. She grabbed the knob and half expected it to be locked. But it turned and she dashed out onto the floor, out of the door, panting. Rosa was sure that any second now a hand would pull her back into that accursed room. A figure would be standing there, grinning from ear to ear. Little thief. She was so sure that the words almost materialized. Nothing came. Nothing stirred. The room was simply dead. Rosa finally caught her breath. She urged herself to move. There was no time to linger. Despite her shaky legs, she wanted to put as much distance between herself and the room as possible. And now we can skip. Apparently we want to read more, but there's nothing more to read. There's no new entries. Those were all the entries she could read. She closed the book. Unlocked all of Gwilym's entries, but we didn't get anything new there. I'm a bit surprised. Do it for me. To stop him from hurting more people. Yes, it is. No, you're not. Don't worry, I will guide you. Don't you fret, my child. I will be there to guide you. It is simple, my darling. Focus on the goal ahead. Okay. Skipperoonie. Scold. So, you are more than willing to face my wrath rather than obey, is that it? What is it that you do not understand? He cannot live. You have read his journal. He is a vile, filthy insect. He has to perish. But it shouldn't be up to me to decide. We're back to the skipping. Believe in Mother. Stop it. Stop your mewling. You are not amusing me. Do you want to keep my presence with you? Do you still want my memory to stay? Of course, Mother. Please don't leave me. Do you love me, my daughter? Yes. Then do as I say, my child. Okay, I think we're in skip territory again. She brought out the dagger she had stolen from Gwilym's room. So pretty. Okay. Well, we're back in fucked up territory. It was empty. Oh yeah, we took the dagger, bitch. Another bite of vile hatred churned in his chest. He grabbed his face, running his nails over the flesh of his cheek. Blood promptly traced a light trail on his skin, but the scratch disappeared as soon as his finger lifted. He could hear her calling out to him. We're back in skip territory. Oh, he clenched his fists, biting his lip to keep himself awake. Alright. More than anything, he suddenly craved to have any sort of weapon. Somebody was shifting on the bed. Alright, we're not doing this again. Punishment. But not before I get to play around. Okay, we're skipping again. Apparently we're not. He clenched his fist. Okay. It was his dagger. He gritted his teeth. He felt a sharp, light poke of metal on his ribs. A small patch of red dampened his shirt. Oh, drawing blood. You should know, Gwillemy. You sired me. Oh, so because we opened the locket in this one. What? Rosa took out the locket that Gwillemy had given her before. The locket was open now, and a woman's face was inside. The portrait was blurry, and the face in the picture could belong to anyone. But Rosa cradled it like it was her child. Isn't Mother beautiful? You've probably forgotten her, but she was the most beautiful woman ever. It's no wonder you fell for her, Father. You depraved witch, I am not your father. I was never able to. Don't you dare deny it. Mother told me so. Mother is always right. That is why I am here. Get away from me. I am here to deliver your punishment. I am the angel of vengeance. I'm getting so many achievements. Got Punisher and Angel of Vengeance. Oh, Father, please understand. You hurt her so much. Her hate only fueled her love. She still loves you a lot. Shut up. Willemy spat. Stop calling me father. I have never had a child with any woman. Rosa just laughed. Why are you so embarrassed, Father? Is it because you were aroused by my body? Do I confuse you? Well, don't hold yourself back. I really love you. Mother loved me too. Our own flesh calls out to us. Ah, isn't it romantic? It is beautiful in its perversion. We are creatures of desire. This kind of achievement called Squick. It is an inherently natural phenomenon. Any desire is justifiable, no matter how depraved. You are the kind of creature I despise. Twisted, hungry, self-righteous. You are rabid. Gwillemy's hateful words just heightened Rosa's pleasure. Ah, I love when you call me such dirty words, Father. I love it, I love it. Just a quick second, sorry. Okay. If it distresses you, then I won't treat you like my father, but simply a man. Ban disservice. Alright. I don't know what achievement that was. Such little details don't matter to me at all. Love is all you need, isn't it? Love conquers all. Gwillemy gritted his teeth. Yes, yes it does. Mother loved me with her whole heart. She loved me in thought and body. That is why I was able to live through centuries without feeding. I actually think that my mic is way too loud right now. I just realized that. That is why I was able to live through centuries without feeding. Sorry about that, my mic. The freaking gain is on the bottom, and so when I move it, sometimes it moves and then the gain twists along with it being moved. Like, because it's on an arm, I'll turn my chair and the chair will push it, but in turn it will push the gain as well. It's kind of in a silly place. I wish there was a way to like lock it, but yeah. Her love is the only love I need. Oh, we're in skip territory again. It's for the greater good. Really? Gwillemy choked. Go on then. Okay. Oh, I think we actually have something to do here. Yes. Don't let his silver tongue fool you, child. You have a purpose. This is what you're supposed to do. Why? To stop him. He is a monster, you stupid child. He has to be stopped from feeding again. Haven't we already discussed this? I'm not stupid. Stop calling me stupid. Rosa's grip on Gwillemy's neck slackened. Gwillemy coughed at the sudden influx of air. Rosa stared at her hands in confusion. Tears started to run down her face. Why do you want me to kill somebody, Mother? Should I really do it? Why should I be the one to kill him? Rosa yanked her hair from her head. Why should I do this? If he killed Catherine, should I kill him too? And then if I killed him, I would have his blood on my hands. I live a long life, Mother. Can it really wash away? Is killing him the only way? Yes. Then why should I be the one to do it? I don't know which one I'm supposed to choose here because it doesn't say. Because you're the only one who can. Child, you have seen his face. You have an opportunity to end his existence. But why should I be the one to kill him? Can't somebody else do that? Mother, I don't want to be a murderer. Please don't make me do it. I'm scared. Oh no, wait, I said the right thing. I was reading wrong. Okay. How dare you disobey me? I already told you that you must. I will not stand your disobedience, you ingrate. Why are you doing this? I said I don't want to do it. Stop making me want to do it. You even love me, Mother. Yes. Of course I do, child. Then why do you force me to kill someone? Because he is a bad man, and he must be killed, my dear. Do you understand this? It is justice. That is not justice. Oh, we've already seen this. Of course not. Of course not, child. I don't know what she said. You are not bad. Yes, I am. Killing somebody is bad. Don't patronize me. Who deserves to die? Why should I decide? I don't want to. Tell me the truth, Mother. Why do you want me to kill somebody? Right, well, we've told the truth a bunch of times. He crawled to where she had dropped his dagger. He stretched out his fingers to reach the weapon. Again, there's no... Okay, there was no... This is where it ends. You'll give your father love. Yes, Father, anything you want. Just don't leave me. You promise? Yes. Implied. I just got the achievement. Implied incest. I'll do anything for you. Such a sweet girl you are. Don't worry. I won't ever leave you. You're going to be a good girl, Rosa whimpered. The two figures disappeared into the shadows. That was a really short ending. That was really short. I feel like I could have finished that yesterday. I'm gonna just like go straight on to the next one. Was my main purpose revenge? I thought it was justice this time. Okay, so there's one last hidden ending. This is episode 5, Bliss, which I guess means ending. Anyway, we're starting instantly. I fear for your safety. All right. My poor child. Are you hungry, child? I do not care for him. It is hard to say. Of course I do. Didn't I tell you to leave? And then we have this long-ish portion. Okay, she led you astray. I'm glad you are back to me. Oh. Wait, what? Tell me you're not falling. It was unsurprising to hear Mother say such things. Okay. Look at how unperturbed he is. Now we go back to retribution. We must get to the bottom of this. Leave now. Console. And leave it alone. It's obvious she will abandon you. I just did the wrong thing. Maybe it doesn't matter? Oh wait, I can choose again. Okay. It is obvious he's never going to look at you. Family is more important. Right, and then we have another long section. That last one was really quite short and well, I don't feel like it was that different from the other one we got. Which is a bit disappointing because it feels like it was a bit fractured in what we actually got from that ending, which kind of sucks. Okay, she's probably repulsed by you. You fancy him, don't you? Right, we take the key. Read more. Do it for me to destroy him. Maybe not. No, you are not. You will never change. What do you intend to do? Will that even work? Oh. Something new. As such, I want to remember you as the one person who cared for me. You who stayed with me despite my burden to your soul. Not the tainted woman who abused me. Oh, skip time. Lead. Yes. You love him, don't you? I understand. I was happy knowing him. Okay. So be it. Please take care of yourself. Goodbye. Got an achievement called Freedom. I don't exactly know where this is going. Okay, what happened before this? Okay, don't look so troubled, darling. I mean, give me one sentence and then make me skip again. Oh, ew. Okay, so this is the one where she kills him. Rosa leaned over and kissed Gwilym's lips to stop him from speaking. They were cold now, but they were still sweet, laced with the salty taste of blood. She remembered the taste of them in her mouth from the first time she had met him. The way he had filled her with a sweetness so strong that her mouth had watered. The taste had never left her throughout the years that had passed. Perhaps it never would. How could something so corrupt be so sweet? Rosa touched his face and fresh tears fell from her eye. How could something so beautiful be so ugly? I love you, Gwilym. He was her poison. She would remember him only with regret. Love and pain mixed like water and salt. But she would remember. I love you, she whispered. But Gwilym didn't seem to hear. His eyes were closed now, and every breath seemed shorter than the last. Death gave the heart a final gift of bliss. He savored this. Thank you, Rosa. The two of them crouched alone in a corner. Oh, this is lame. Rosa got up, looking down at him one last time. Sunlight slipped past the window. It touched her face. Rosa left the room to welcome the dawn. Again, that was very short. I don't feel like that was worthy of being a hidden ending. It's not even the ending. It's just dawning with different words. Like what? Okay, let me see what's going on here. The 83% complete. What am I missing? What? No, I'm not missing this ending though. I just got it, didn't I? No, I didn't. What? I'm so confused. Didn't I get this ending just a second ago? Didn't I? Oh my god, I'm so confused actually. Let me go back to the thingy. Oh, let me go back to the Steam one. Guides. Secret ending. I don't get it. Alright, I'm gonna pause this. One, so I can get a drink, and also so that I can just get to a point without actually recording it. So I will, see you in a second. Okay, potentially we are on our way to the fourth ending. I just think that I was confused reading the other walkthrough or something. I don't know. I mean, it said it was the fourth one and then the fifth one, etc. So let's just do this. She smiled in pure bliss at the sound of Mother's command. I don't know if it's going to come up with skip anytime soon, by the way. I don't actually know. So we're just going to have to find that out together. She brought her foot down on Gwilym's outstretched hand. And by the way, this was at the point where we had gone through everything. She was questioning Mother while she was on top of Gwilym. But this time we said, kill him. He's getting away or something like that. She brought her foot down, blah, blah. She picked up the dagger. It glinted at her with malice. It was so sharp. She lifted the blade. The knife sunk deep into Gwilym's chest, almost halfway to its hilt. Gwilym groaned in pain, his breath cut short by the sudden spurt of blood in his throat. She brought it up again, plunged the blade deeper, and carved it downwards. His mouth flooded with blood. Happy tears fell from Rosa's eyes. You had me so worried, Mother. I'm so happy you're back. I will never question you again. Gwilemy spluttered out flecks of red as he laughed. Thank you. Thank you. Been waiting for this. Rosa raised the weapon higher and brought it down again. It pierced his heart this time. Gwilym's hands clenched and flailed, but he was laughing at the end. Oh, bliss. Pain was beginning to fade. Every weight he carried shrunk as his heart went into shock. Rosa watched as the life left Gwilym's body. It annoyed her that his face was contorted into a sneer, as if even in his death he still continued to taunt her. Finally, he stopped moving. She kicked him with spite. Bastard. I'm glad you're dead. She wiped her hands on her dress, which were now drenched in blood. It's a shame you didn't want to die the fun way, Gilly. You could have lived a little longer. Rosa giggled. No matter. Anyone who disrespects mother deserves to die painfully. Rosa gave a satisfied sigh. What shall I do now, mother? You won't let me go forward, by the way. Oh. Mother? Don't do this to me again. Talk to me. I have to click it. Mother? Where are you? I did what I was told. Aren't you proud of me? Keep having to click it. Rosa burst into tears again. Why are you doing this to me, Mother? Don't you know I love you so much? I do all that you ask. I'm nothing without you, Mother. Please talk to me. Why are you so cruel to me? What did I do wrong, Mother? Whatever it is, I'll do what you want. Just please. Please don't torture me like this. I'm afraid of being alone. You evil bitch. Now that you got what you wanted from me, you leave me. I hate you. Are you happy now? Are you satisfied? Rosa fell to the floor and sobbed. Come back. I don't want to be alone, Mother. Please come back. Rosa ran to Gwilym's body in desperation. She dropped the knife. Gilly? Gilly? I'm sorry. Please don't be dead. Rosa touched Gwilym's face and slapped his cheek. Please. You're the only one left. Gilly. Rosa shook his shoulders, calling his name. She attempted to patch up the wound on his chest, pooling the blood back into his body. His body was still warm, but there was no breath left in him. There was no beat in his heart. Rosa had a sudden idea. If I give you my love, will it revive you? If I can take love, can I give it back? Gwilym, I still do love you. I do. She kissed Gwilym's lips. Alright. Forcing whatever power she had into him, but he didn't move, no matter what she tried. Aren't we supposed to live long lives, Gwilym? We're supposed to be the same. Why are you so fragile? Rosa hit his chest in distress. You can't be dead. I've never been alone. Please don't leave me alone. Rosa began to giggle. Mother is playing with me. Mother, is this a game? Are you playing hide and seek? She tore at her hair and laughed. Is Gilly also playing? Catherine, come join. Rosa sobbed. Mother, please. I don't want to be alone. Please. Please. Okay, we got the achievement emptiness. Okay, we got the right ending. Mutation. Okay, God, I've wasted so much fucking time getting the wrong ending. We are 88% complete. It's so loud. Okay, I'm gonna stop this one here, and then we're gonna get the hidden, hopefully, the hidden one next. Or maybe not. I'm just gonna pause this one actually, and then we'll get the hidden one. I'll see you soon. Okay, it looks like we're onto something. We have stopped skipping. I wish I could tell you where this has gone, but I just skipped through it. Rosa wiped her tears. He was right. She was alone now. Mother had left her. Whether for good or ill, she was not sure. This was her choice, wasn't it? But the thought of being alone out in the world scared her. Where would she go? How would she even begin? She felt vulnerable, but here was somebody who would stay with her. A new beginning. It was almost too good to be true. She stared at Gwilym's outstretched hand. Almost at once, she understood what he meant. Love. Have you heard the rumor about love? It is never pure. Never pure achievement. He only wanted her for his benefit. That was fine. It was mutual. Who was to say this wasn't love, no matter how twisted? Two broken people existing together, edges cutting skin as they drew close. It sounded pathetic, desperate, foolish. But what was it really? The world was less lonelier, less empty. That alone was worth everything. The sea of despair engulfs unwanted, jettisoned hearts. We struggle with the weight of our existence tied to our ankles. Without anything to cling on to, we drown in its cold embrace, pondering our own solitude. Love is the mask of the beast called need. Took his hand. Willoughby smiled as Rosa sighed in submission. He pulled her into a hug, and Rosa let his warmth fill the gaps of her lonely, confused heart. He terrified her. He was hideous. She shone a light at his true face and saw the monster hiding behind the shadows. Yet in her fear, she was also helplessly captivated. His arms were comforting. His heartbeat soothed her own. It thumped in time with hers. She could still change him, right? She stared into his eyes. He would be lost without her. Wasn't she the only one who could help him? Then she had to try. A tiny voice screamed its protests. How long? To what ends? What is my bargain? But then Willoughby kissed her. Stop it! Stop! Stop it! The doubts stopped, muffled by the blood rush as their lips touched. Instantly, a sweet taste exploded in her mouth. Oh. So long as she craved that taste, it was toxic. The sweetest poison. Rosa pulled away in fear. Willoughby, I don't want to feed. I will not feed from other people. Then don't. Willoughby pushed a strand of hair away from her face. I won't force you. But to survive, you have to learn to feed from me. One step at a time. What if I hurt you? He grinned. I have a lot of love to give. Rosa averted her face. Please stop hurting people, Willoughby. It was not an opinion anymore, but a request. She expected to be turned down again, but Willoughby appeared to ponder it. Rosa looked up at him. You managed to make a more appealing offer after all. All right, I shall do it. Really? As long as you are with me, I will do whatever you wish. I need time to get used to it, however. Don't worry. Now that I have you, I won't have to feed to the point that a person is sucked dry. I will take only what I need. Does that console you? Rosa closed her eye and sighed. Do you promise? Do you promise not to take more than what is needed? Of course. Anything for you, Rosa. He grinned at her easily. A nervous pang of doubt churned in her stomach once again. Rosa hesitated. Willoughby held her face in his hands and looked deep into her eye. Rosa, you don't know how much I appreciate you. I've been alone for so long. But now I know where I belong. I belong with you. He said this earnestly. His face emanated genuine bliss, like that of an innocent child's. His thumb caressed her cheek. To know that she was the cause of this happiness struck her with ecstasy. The doubts were swept under the covers, along with voiceless things and secret. At that moment, she knew she would believe anything he said, as do I. Willoughby, I have always... Willoughby pushed her against the wall into a deeper kiss, their bodies moving closer. Nope. Nope. No. 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 Okay, the activity was draining but maddeningly euphoric. Willoughby pulled back, both their breaths laboured and heavy. Blood dashed to his face, his ears were hot, his lower lip trembled. He clutched his chest in surprise to find his heart racing. What a curious sensation. He had never wanted anything so desperately in his life. Willoughby caressed Rosa's face in utter devotion. You are exquisite. His warm breath was on her ear, low and barely audible. Thank you for existing. The candle lost the last of its light, plunging the room into darkness. Two figures in the shadows entwined and melted into each other like wax. Dark fairy tale achieved. Bliss secret end. The super fucked up ending if they are actually... Well, I guess at least they can't have babies, right? That's really the only ethical conundrum, right? You have unlocked the secret end. Good for you. Thank you. Dedication. That was some dedication because I kept getting confused with walkthroughs. But I guess that's my fault. 92, even though I unlocked all endings. Okay then, but what am I? Bonus, extra origin, extra end. I don't think I'm gonna record these. I'll get them for myself. But thank you for watching me play through this. It lost, I feel like it kind of lost itself sometime. But it found itself. Okay, I'm gonna say my favorite ending. My favorite ending was Dawning, I think, because it made me emotional. And just, I think when you understand, you know? Maybe some people don't know what I'm talking about when I say that, but when you understand, you know? You understand there are bad forms of love, but you still accept it anyway, because in a twisted way, to you it still is love. So when you understand, and it probably wasn't intended this way, because Gwilmy never, as far as I can see, abused Rosa. Apart from if he really is the father, then he did abandon and forget about her and the mother. But we don't really know if that's true. He had the locket, but what does that even mean? Like, that's, I don't know. But it was like she was getting retribution, I guess, or justice for everyone who he had harmed, who he had abused, who he had used and thrown away. It's like a metaphor for an abuser, just in a supernatural form. And even though you know this person is awful, you know this person did terrible things, you can't help but feel sad when they're gone. You can't help but mourn them when they're gone. I think that's very real. And I don't think it's something we should shy away from talking about. Because people seem to think, oh, you're away from your abuser, you must be so happy. It doesn't work like that. You're still in mourning. You're still sad, because even if they were horrible, you still love them. And you did. That doesn't mean that you want to be back with them. That doesn't mean you don't acknowledge how bad they could be. But you know, there is a loss there still. I don't know, I think this visual novel did a lot of things quite well, and then there were some other things obviously it fell short. I don't think it needed that many endings. I thought what ending? There was one ending that was just very short and I didn't feel like was necessary, but maybe that wasn't even an ending because I kind of fucked up on that front. But I don't know, it was good, and honestly really well written. Like the metaphors, the description, it was all really well done, like to the point where I'm like, I don't think I've seen that in a visual novel before, that level of writing, where it really makes you like feel things. It's good, you know. I think on the first episode of this I will put something like, please play this game for yourself if you're even mildly interested in it. And hope that people will play it, and then if they're still interested in hearing what I have to say, even though it's not really a lot, I guess, then they'll then come back and watch. So nobody has to watch this. Like, I'm not doing this for people to watch necessarily. I'm doing this for myself, really. But yeah, anyway, thank you if you did watch. I'll see you in whatever I play next. Bye.